It probably would not have been done if this was made after 9/11.
Ooh. I don't like to think about 9/11. My dad was a firefighter during 9/11. He was
What state?
he was in
state?
Overland Park, Kansas, but he was a firefighter.
How many skyscrapers are in Overland Park? Kansas?
Hey, just saying, if he's like Mark Wahlberg, if I was there that day, things have been a little different.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Reel It and Fishing for Favorites. My name is Will.
I'm Tucker.
In the flesh.
Yay.
Today we're going to be talking to our good friend, Cameron. Cameron, say hi.
Hi guys. Cameron.
Cameron, how do you know us?
Man, we went to college together long time ago. Met in 2017.
Oh.
And Missouri State University BFA program. Tucker and I were roommates for a year. It was a good time. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, what's going on, where we are.
Okay, you're here with us right now, and that's what
God.
matters.
Oh.
Fishing for Favorites is a series that we are doing about finding the best movies, the favorite movies of the people, not about the movies that are known as like the best movies by critics of all time.
And you picked.
I went with Wet Hot American Summer. It was a movie that was introduced to me by a group of friends I had in high school. And this group of friends were like notoriously probably the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Let's name some names.
Let's go Matthias Davis, Jonah Desno, Michael Berry, Sam Osborne, Nat Weber, Austin Lore, Drew Brown. And I think that's, oh man, if I'm forgetting anybody. Is that 8? Including me? Yeah. Those guys. Hilarious dudes, all of them very funny. A lot of them big movie heads, so they would show me movies. They introduced me not only to some very dramatic and quality movie. Like we watched American History X when I was like 15. Brutal.
Jesus.
Yeah. But then one day I remember this was, I think, my friend Sam's choice. He wanted to show us, and none of us had seen it. And it was probably the first time that I watched a comedy movie where I was like, the style of humor in this is 100% aligned with what I think is funny and what I am drawn to. So every time I watch it, it's just it never regresses in quality. It's always great.
That tracks with who you are as a person. Like this is the first time that I've seen this film, and I was like, oh my god, this is like your origin story.
Right.
Somebody could watch this before getting to know you, and then they're like, and then they meet you, and you're like, okay, never mind. I know exactly who you are now.
100%.
Would you consider yourself a cinephile?
No, I'm so easily impressed by movies. It's like very hard for me to hate a movie. I watched Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
It's not good, and I'm not saying it's good. I know it's bad. I fully am aware it's bad. But it's lightsabers and fighting. Like, it's dope. it's awesome.
What about the parts that are not lightsabers and fight?
Yeah, well, I didn't really pay attention. So.
Did you know that Palpatine returned?
You know what? I'll give that movie credit. At least they just fucking went with it right away. They were like, hey,
Yeah.
somehow it happened.
The
Let's
guy
not even think about it too much. Let's just... I feel like my hand might be getting in the way. Sorry.
I want it in the way.
Just the whole time.
Protect me, please.
I pray to God that nobody comes onto this podcast and says, I'd like to talk about the rise of Skywalker. That would probably ruin my day. Would you consider yourself a cinephile about Wet Hot American Summer, though?
Maybe in the way of I think it is truly one of the more underappreciated and unknown comedies that deserves to be up there with the conversation of one of the greatest of all time. Not only because I really do believe that the style of humor was so ahead of its time, I mean, in a way, like a lot of the jokes they do, and this movie was made in 2001. A lot of the jokes they do back then, I feel like play better with the type of comedy that we're seeing a lot of people make today.
Yeah.
Like the Tim Robinsons and stuff of the world, are just it's absurd and it's stupid, and in a way, it's like brain rot humor, where it's just half the stuff they're doing doesn't make any sense. And also stacked cast,
Yeah.
insane cast.
We will 100% go over the cast.
Yeah.
'cause it's crazy. Tucker, what was your relationship with Wet Hot American Summer?
I genuinely don't know. It just kind of came up one day, and it was like permanent after that. I think that was in my era of I got a laptop for high school, and so I got a Netflix account for the first time, and I just was like, oh, Wet Hot American Summer seems like a bunch of adjectives I'm into.
Which one's your favorite?
Okay, wait. This is a great one. Ranking. Okay,
Rank the adjectives.
I think it's in order: wet, hot, American. Yeah, I think I'd go in that order.
What if it
1, 2,
was? Would this movie be as successful if it was called An American Hot Wet Summer?
An American
No.
Summer that's wet and hot.
3? Actually, I don't think that would be good.
No, I don't think it would be good.
Hot take. I don't think that's a good title.
Couple hot wet Americans
A wet take.
In the summer.
Ooh,
the summer.
dare I say an American
in the
take?
summertime. Hot wet Americans.
Okay. Was that? But were you introduced to the film around the time of the sequel series? Is it the series is a sequel and then there's a prequel?
They did 2 TV series.
Yeah, they did a sequel series and a prequel series. I watched it before those came out. 'Cause
Okay.
I remember when those came out, I was like, God, I'm ahead of everything.
Wow, you are really ahead of everything.
Which,
I'm
like,
really proud.
The series are not bad, but they're not
Yeah.
as good as the movie.
No.
The movie is on a whole different level.
right?
They do give you like an origin story for the soup can.
They do.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you'd love it actually. H. John Benjamin is like a main character in the prequel series.
Great.
And it's
Yeah.
him as a person, and then it's how
Okay.
it becomes
He's like
a can of vegetables.
one of like the people who runs the camp. I think.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then there's like a vat of acid.
All right,
The Joker.
we'll get into it. Definitely. All right. Time for our captain's log, which is where we go over the making of this film. And then we'll get into the plot. Tucker. Okay, so Wet Hot American Summer is a 2001 satirical comedy set at the fictional Jewish summer camp, Camp Firewood, in Waterville, Maine. That was one of my questions. I was like, where the hell is this set? Maine. The film's premise focuses on the events of the last day of camp in 1981, where counselors rush to resolve their relationships before the summer ends with the annual talent show. It was co-written by director David Wayne and actor Michael Showalter. They drew inspiration from their own childhood summer camp experiences. Wayne and Showalter were previously known for being members of the comedy troupe The State, whose sketch show ran on MTV from 1994 to 1995. Did you watch that show?
It was a
ever?
short run. 1 year?
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Did you go to summer camp?
I went to summer camp twice, but it was like a Bible camp in Missouri. I only went for they had a 100-foot water slide. That's the only reason I went.
That's sick.
It was dope. But like they advertise it when they say 100-foot water slide, you're thinking it's like up. No, it's just long. it was like elevated 10 feet off the ground. It was just long.
So you couldn't even go fast.
And you couldn't even go on it whenever you wanted. They were like, all right, water slide day. And then it's every kid at camp, which is like 200 kids. And so you're waiting in this line. And then I went to camp twice.
This was a very different experience than this.
Super different. It's not like it wasn't like a regular summer camp where it's like arts and crafts and all this. It was like, all right, time to memorize 20 Bible verses. And if you say, oh my God, you're going to get in trouble.
That sounds similar to summer camps that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if we wrote a screenplay, it would look very different than this.
Right. And it'd be super dramatic.
Very.
Yeah.
Probably.
One thing you shouldn't joke about is religion. It's so funny.
Tucker, what was your relationship with like summer camp? Did you ever go?
I never went to a summer camp. I went to like a day camp. I think it was for maybe like Cub Scouts or something. I just remember we got to a part where we were like shooting BB guns. And they were doing like a safety lecture, and they were like, "The guy who came in before you kids, he hurt his hand. We have safety protocols. You need to follow them." And I went, "I hurt my hand. I was like, my first instinct was to mock the kid. And he saw that and got really mad at me, and was like, "You get to the back of the line," and I had to go through the safety instructions all over again. And the next group, I hated it. I was a rebel, and I never went again. But yeah, that was my only relationship to the camp.
The
honestly.
camps.
Yeah.
Well, early drafts of this script contained much more extreme material. For instance, the original script included a scene where Paul Rudd's character, Andy, takes a child who witnessed a drowning victim into the woods under the pretense of a super secret pizza party, only to shoot him with a gun fitted with a silencer.
That would have been so good.
David Wayne's father reportedly advised him against including this part, saying he would disown him if he did.
Well, and it's also just like not as funny as what they did.
No.
Yeah, that would have been too much, and it just wouldn't have felt like it would have been so disconnected from the movie, because the movie's still grounded.
Yeah.
In reality.
You can definitely see a version of this film where it does go off in a very violent
Yeah.
direction. Like I was half expecting like a boat to blow up at some point, or like the space station at the end to actually crash into the talent show and then they all died.
Mhm.
So it's interesting that they, worked all that stuff out. But the movie was made on a small budget of just $1.8 million. And as we mentioned, the film boasts a massive ensemble of actors who were at the time mostly up and comers, including Paul Rudd, Amy Poehler, Bradley Cooper, Elizabeth Banks, Christopher Maloney.
That's Effie.
Yeah.
No, Elizabeth Banks is Effie, in case you guys were wondering.
Joe Latriglio, Ken Marino, and David Hyde Pierce. Paul Rudd was unsure if he was going to get paid for his role, joking that he would have literally been paid nothing. And Elizabeth Banks was working as a cocktail waitress in New York when she was cast. Bradley Cooper missed his graduation ceremony from New York City's Actor Studio Drama School to film the movie. That sounds like a fake school. Actor Studio Drama
That's the one with
School.
the TV show inside the actor studio.
Yeah, because
Is
remember, who is it that isn't it Robert De Niro that there's like a young student, Bradley Cooper, who goes to a Robert De Niro Q&A, and it's on video of him like
Yeah.
asking Robert De Niro actually this like really introspective question about acting. Like it's really, really cool. And it's before he's like he's in school. Like he's not a working actor at
It's
the time.
probably before this, if he missed his graduation, to be able to.
Yeah, it
film
might have
this.
happened right before.
Wait, so would have been high school graduation or college?
No, college.
No,
It
college.
was
Okay,
like
it's a
one
college.
of those
Okay.
like 2-year conservatories. or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
Fake.
Inside
Those
the actor
fucking
studio.
fake ones. No gen eds. Loser.
So the film was shot in 28 days during May and June 2000. Filming took place at an actual summer camp, Camp Tawanda, Camp Tawanda in Honesdale, Pennsylvania, which served as both the primary location and the accommodations for the cast. The entire cast lived together at the camp. Actors slept on bed springs with plastic mattresses in the cabins and infirmary and ate in the camp's mess hall. Production was severely plagued by rain. Actually, you can see some shots where it's raining in one shot, and then in the next scene, and in the next shot, it's like completely dry outside. It rained nearly every day, 23 or 24 out of the 28 days of filming, which required many scenes to be relocated indoors. The film's reception was poor both commercially and critically. It premiered at Sundance in January 2001, but the filmmakers had not even received a bite from distributors. Months later, USA Films offered a lowball price of $100,000 for distribution, which the creators accepted. It reportedly took 7 years for this film to break even and make its money back.
Crazy.
Worth every
Every
Minute.
single penny.
Yeah.
The film grossed just under $300,000 upon its release in July of 2001, which only started in 2 theaters in New York City. Critics were hateful to this film. Salon.com described the film as a model of how to not make anything, calling it agony on a stick.
Oh, come on.
And
Come on, brother.
in Europe, these are compliments.
True.
If you think about it.
but the cult status intensified after it was released on DVD in January of 2002. It was a big hit with college students and young adults who began hosting midnight screenings in New York City and would often attend in costume. It's become the calling card for many of its cast members. Paul Rudd credited the film for landing his role in Anchorman. Elizabeth Banks went on to star in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, partly because Seth Rogen was a fan of this film, which is not surprising at all. And then, of course, as we talked about, there are 2 sequel series, prequel series, First Day of Camp in 2015, and then 10 years later in 2017. And that is your captain's log.
All right. Before we talk about the plot of the movie, I want to break down some stats. Dead camper count. We have 2 drowned kids, but we also have 2 campers tossed out of cars for being a witness to the crime.
And abandoned in the woods.
Yeah.
And we don't know how far out they were into the woods, but let's just assume it was
Yeah.
2 miles.
I kind of thought that there were more dead campers in the movie.
I'm trying to think.
But yeah, I think it was only the 2 times. And I think it's both times Paul Rudd's fault. He's the lifeguard of the movie. And that's what I wanted to kind of start with was the characters, because there's so many and they all have important roles in the camp. Paul Rudd is Andy. He is the lifeguard. We have Amy Poehler as Susie. She and Bradley Cooper are the ones who run the theater troupe. I don't know what Coop does. He's just a generic counselor.
Cleans up the goat shit.
Yeah, he's a goat shit expert.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Christopher Maloney. What's his name? Is it Victor Kulak, played by Ken Marino? Who do you think's the best counselor, and who do you think's the worst counselor?
Ooh.
Like who's actually good at their job? in
good at
this
their
movie?
job?
Yeah.
Probably Katie. Katie seemed like all the girls were like getting ready to go. The bunk looked really well put together. She's well spoken.
Yeah.
I guess the Coop seemed like a bro. Seemed like everybody and like all the kids like they woke him up with what song was that? Was that Jukebox Hero?
I think it was.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah, they woke him up with that. You guys.
Yeah, I feel like Coop would just like be like the camp counselor that like you're a kid and you're trying to talk to him and he's telling you like real world like problems and issues, and it's, I'm 12.
Who's the worst one?
It's probably
Victor.
Victor.
It's gotta be Victor. Oh, yeah, he abandoned the
he
kids.
abandoned the kids.
Okay, wait. Victor abandoned the kids, but he did go rescue them. Andy did let 2 kids drown.
Yeah. So he's actually the worst.
So I guess.
And he
Rudd-
did have a Confederate flag hanging up in his bunk also.
Oh, Andy. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, he let 2 kids drown, and then he lured 2 kids to his van and dropped them off at the side of the road. Or more of like threw them out of the car at the side of the road. This movie starts out, and we see we're at the last day of camp. Everybody's getting lit by the campfire. We're getting introduced to this like all-star stacked cast.
Which that intro is one of my favorite intros to a movie. And my favorite part of it is when the sick guitar solo, it's an electric guitar solo, and it just cuts to the guy with the acoustic guitar just like shredding on it
Yeah.
as if he's playing it. And it's a good subtle hint of like, because I think what this movie does really good is the first 20 minutes, you think it might just be like a standard comedy, just like straightforward, rooted completely in reality with some funny jokes sprinkled throughout it. And then just as you go, it just gets more and more stupid and absurd.
Yeah. I was surprised that this, because we get the title card of when this takes place. I was surprised this took place in the 80s. Having no familiarity with this, I always assumed, even from the costuming, I thought it took place in like the late 90s
Mm-hmm.
or early 2000s. Maybe just because I was associating the time that it came out with, with that.
Yeah, I think I had the opposite where I actually thought this movie was from like the 70s when I first like came across it because the poster is so retro looking.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
And then I was surprised. Like, I mean, it's kind of obvious once they get into the jokes that this is like a early 2000s movie.
Yeah.
'cause,
Definitely.
I mean, it's abstract, in a way.
Well, there's a level of they don't really care. Like the people who made the movie, they don't really care. Like
Yeah.
if the costumes scream 90s or 80s or
Right.
There's the scene where like Paul Rudd throws his food on the cafeteria floor. I don't know if you noticed, but what's the camp counselor's name? Why am I blanking on it?
Beth.
Yeah, Beth comes in and is like, "You gonna clean that?" If you look at that actress's feet, there's tape on the ground for her mark, and it's so clearly in shot. And it's so clearly in shot that there's no way they didn't notice. But I genuinely believe with only 28 days to film,
Yeah.
the 1 week you can't film because of the bar mitzvah,
Yeah.
and then the $1.8 million budget, they were like, we don't care. This is not a serious movie.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting now because I'm thinking about the plot, how there are these mini little these mini arcs that each of these characters go on, and they kind of do get a complete arc, but they're split up throughout the entire thing, and it really is an ensemble piece, even though Michael Showalter's character, whose name is
Finley?
McKinley, even though it technically is like
No, that's Coop. That's Coop.
that's Coop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Even though Coop is technically, would you call him the main character of this?
Yeah, I feel like you would. I feel like the central plot is him because it starts with him,
Yeah.
finishes with him.
Totally.
He's the one that gets the montage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Because most major scenes he's in,
yeah.
it's him and Katie.
I was struck by how sweet this opening is. Like, it's so. You talked about it whenever we were watching it. There could be like a sincere cut of this film, which is probably only 20 minutes, but the fact that there actually is like 20 minutes of sweet, sincere film in this, from a sex comedy, a teen sex comedy, is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
But that's what I was just struck by that at the very beginning.
Yeah, I mean, the McKinley and Ben storyline is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Which, like, and this was also made at a time where, like, you know, if there was like a gay character in a movie, they were heavily made fun of. They were super over the top, stereotypical. And this is a movie that, based off of like the title alone,
Yeah.
you would assume is just gonna like rip them apart.
Yeah.
But they turn out to be the most untouched, unmade fun of people in the entire movie. And they get like, but they still get like a bunch of funny moments.
Totally.
It's just super well crafted, to where it's still like making jokes about it, but very, very tasteful, especially for 2001.
Does she want to fuck me? Why else would she be talking to you? She definitely wants to fuck me.
No offense.
No offense.
All right. Do we want to go in the plot in chronological order? Because I know that the plot that you and I both have pulled up is not actually in chronological order.
Okay, we could just more like talk about favorite scenes and whatnot.
Yeah, because we should probably keep it to 25 more minutes just
Mhm.
so we can get everything else done.
Okay, so we have these like different storylines that are going on. I want to start with Victor and Neil taking the campers out to the river.
So funny.
But Victor thinks he's gonna lose his virginity that night.
Yeah. To Abby Bernstein.
To Abby Burns.
Who the idea of all you have to do is give this girl a stick of gum and she'll fuck you is so funny.
Do you have a piece of gum?
I thought you'd never ask. And they all know it too.
Yeah.
Like, because then, Gary, or
I think it's Gary,
yeah,
the guy who works in
Gary,
the
the guy who works in the
cafeteria.
cafeteria, is like,
Yeah.
oh, hey Abby, thought this was a different bunk. Am I bothering you? No. Do you want to sit on the bed?
Pulls out his pack of gum.
Did you notice when Victor gives her the gum, she tries to like do the cool thing and bite the wrapper off, but she
Yes.
messes it up, so then she just unwraps it.
I thought it was like, how can you open a pack of gum like you're also opening a condom?
Condom.
Oh yeah.
That's where I thought it was
Trying to
going
be
to.
trying to be hot didn't work.
Yeah.
Sucks dick that we didn't get to hang out that much. Yeah, Victor is not in the movie a whole lot,
No.
which is too bad because that actor is hilariously funny. I love him in Eastbound and Down. He's in season 3 or 4 of Eastbound and Down. He's just so funny. But yeah, taking the kids out to the Devil Falls Rapids or whatever. Just some of my favorite sequences.
That's I think Neil is like an underrated camp counselor because he does leave behind all the kids, but it's for the purpose of going and retrieving Victor. He just
Yeah.
cannot catch him.
Well, Victor's the
On a
only one who knows how to
motorcycle?
navigate these rapids.
Yeah.
Which crazy that they're putting these kids on that water anyways. Like you're telling me that at the end of this river is a waterfall.
It's crazy that Beth trusted these two goons
On
to
the
drive
last day.
on the last day to drive 2 hours out to this river for them to go on this. Also, okay, can we talk a little bit about how this camp is separated by like type of child and their interest? Is
Indoor
that like,
and outdoor kids.
is that
Mhm.
normal? Is this? Do you guys
Yeah.
It's most certainly just done for comedic effect
definitely
to just like give
No.
like all these like stereotypical cabins and stuff with all these funny kids.
Yeah. So who would they have? Would they be the outdoor kids? Because I feel like there are multiple groups of outdoor kids.
Yeah, well, even I mean, the only kids we saw besides them that were even in the outdoors was the hiking kids, but they were on their like Game Boys and stuff.
Yeah. Or were they like, what's that thing called where you go out and you look for those, little treasures in
Geocaching?
geocaching? Were they geocaching?
Geocaching in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have Game Boys in the 80s.
Fuck! Damn it! What was your guys' favorite sequence between the Victor and the kids going out to the rapids?
I think it's whenever they just cut back to the kids
Oh yeah.
when they're like, even though there's a giant waterfall there, they're remaining perfectly still
Yeah.
on the water.
They're not moving at all.
They're not moving. They're like, they're about to go over the waterfall. Cut to the kids.
Yeah.
Cut back.
I don't know if you noticed, but they got like a body double in like a really shitty wig to ride up on the motorcycle acting like the guy.
no.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Beth, and then when it pans back, it's the normal dude.
think
What's
my favorite
wrong?
thing-
Victor abandoned the kids, now they're about to fall over Devil's Canyon Falls! Ah!
I think my thing's, where's the phone? The phone!
The phone,
they're
Nancy.
running
Where's
to
the
the
fucking
That is a good one.
phone? That's, dude, honestly, you know, as a person who went to acting school and did projects and would be open to still doing projects, like anybody out there, one of like watching this movie and watching that scene where they're just wreaking havoc and just breaking glass and throwing shit just makes me, I want to do a scene like that so
yeah.
bad. That must be so much fun. And that's probably one take.
Oh,
Just
definitely.
one take. You cannot mess it up.
And as they're wreaking havoc, I noticed this name, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
He accidentally like elbows a lamp And then he like goes back to the lamp and like goes,
Like it scares him.
Yeah.
Honestly, based off of just the vibes of the movie, I would not be surprised if not a lot of it was improv.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like made up on the spot, but it was like written down. It was still planned. Like I don't think there was like, all right, let's roll and just go. Because even though it is super absurd and a lot of the comedy it seems very random and it doesn't make sense, it still feels so planned out.
yeah.
Like it doesn't seem like anything is like just done in the spur of the moment. It feels very crafted and articulated.
Yeah.
There's this one moment where they leave town and they come back and there's one of the funniest jokes in the movie where they go to the crack house and they're strung out and like all that, and then
It's always
Next-
fun to go into town.
even for an hour. And then Coop's like, all right, I'll see you later, Katie. And he turns around and he goes, oh, guys, wait for me. As if they're doing something in the background. But their heads are just like against the wall. Just pressed against the wall like this. And then Coop just goes up and presses his head against the wall. It's like the end of a Blair Witch Project when the guy's just in the corner.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, there's like a similar scene to that when Paul Rudd is kind of like supposed to be the lifeguard by the lake, and he's sunbathing with his buddy and talking about how he wants to have sex with Elizabeth Banks. And the guy is like, what about your girlfriend? And he goes, what about Katie?
who?
Katie who? Nice. And they do a little horrible high five, and then the best friend just stands up and walks off the dock and just belly flops into the water. So Elizabeth Banks can swim up.
I think that joke
Swim up.
specifically is like the turning point of the comedy. I feel like that's the first joke they make where it's like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
No. That's a good. Let's jump into Paul Rudd now
Oh yeah.
Oh.
and his character and his deal with Katie, right? Katie
Mhm.
Yeah.
and Andy.
Yeah. He's kind of the bad boy. He's got the girlfriend. Coop is jealous. But he's got eyes for Elizabeth Banks, who's Lindsay.
Mhm.
Who is gay?
Who is gay?
Well, she's bi.
Ends up being gay or bi.
Oh,
yeah, by
Yeah.
panic at the end. They're gonna die.
I love seeing Paul Rudd as a bad boy. I feel like this is one of the only movies where he's just like a total douche, and it just shows the range that he has. 'Cause he's perfect as it.
Yeah, because prior to this, he had never really played a role like that. He was always the sweet, caring, nice boy, getting his start with Clueless.
Think about Paul Rudd on Friends.
Oh my God.
He's so vanilla.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he's just a cutie. And so to see him just as this like hot bad boy is and to play it off as well as he did. He also, there's a moment, and I'll bring it back the flip off behind the back. The moment where he throws the stuff on the ground, like the food, and then Beth's like, pick it up. That's a scene that arguably is not funny. That like on paper is like, what how is that a joke? He just throws something on the ground and then he's throwing a fit about picking it up. Like, it's not that funny. But he has like an ability. It's his lunging his body and his head is like almost like directing him. Somehow just turns it into one of the most iconic and funniest moments of the movie.
He's a great physical actor.
Mhm.
But his
Love
relationship with Katie is crazy. Their introduction is the most insane open mouth kissing
I was
I've
gonna say,
ever
yeah,
seen.
I
on
want to
film.
shout out every time like characters kiss in this movie, they're just like really going for it.
Yeah.
Mouth wide open.
But this
How?
But the problem is that he's hot and Katie really just cares about how hot somebody is.
All Katie is interested in is somebody being attractive.
Yeah.
And then you got your boy Coop, who's a little weird, but good natured. Kind of the main character.
But he's not cut.
He's not cut.
He's not cut.
He's not that
You
cute.
gotta be cut.
A horrible wig haircut.
Is it a wig? Can we look that up? Like, well, there's moments where I'm like, there's no way it's a wig.
And then there are some moments.
And there's moments where it's
100%
ridiculous.
is.
And the thing is that since it was only filmed in 28 days, It has to
It
be
has
a
to
wig
be a
at some
wig.
points. And that's
Yeah.
got to be a joke in and of itself, which is hilarious. At some point, we got to talk about my favorite joke
What's your favorite joke?
or my favorite bit in the movie. It's the pot breaking sound.
Every time something is like kind of tossed.
Every time anything is thrown off screen, and then it's this stereotypical sound effect of a pot breaking.
It might be his real. It might be his real hair.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Good for him.
Ned's declassified looking motherfucker.
Coconut head?
Yeah. My favorite bit is when all the camp counselors are getting together and they're like, we should meet up here in this spot 10 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what time should we meet? I'm thinking like sometime early, like 9.
Should we meet in the morning, make a
9:30?
day out of it?
Well, I think we should say 9:30, or we should say 9 o'clock. That way we get here by 9:30.
Well, how about we say 9:30 and you make it your beeswax to be here at 9:30?
That's good. I just have something going on at 11.
That's the funniest part is when like it's 10 years from now and he's like, okay, good. I got something at 11. Oh, well, you got a advent calendar.
No, I just
like,
have something at 11, and I moved
Already
it
moved
twice.
it
I already moved it twice.
And that is the first time seeing this. Like, I thought it was going to jump 10 years into the future.
Oh,
And that these,
Oh.
they were all
that
actually
would be
older.
the plot of the movie.
That would be the plot of the film.
Oh,
was
you
them
thought the
getting back
movie would have a
together.
plot?
Yes, I did.
That's
Will the whole
naive.
time was just waiting for the plot to
I
start.
was like, where is this plot? Where are we going?
You
with
get
this?
several mini plots. You also get Beth and
Yes.
the professor Henry Newman.
Mm-hmm.
Who is.
You should come over and teach the kids astrology.
No,
No,
I
really,
couldn't.
really, you should come.
No,
That'd be
seriously,
great.
no, I shouldn't.
No,
I shouldn't.
seriously, I think you would make. A
I
great-
said no.
just the lovely that's probably the B plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Coop is the A plot.
100%. Yeah.
That's the B plot. And the fact that he goes from yelling at her no to the next day being pregnant with
her
kid.
Yeah.
I got tenure and you're coming with me. He's an associate professor up for tenure.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing that you pointed out, Will, and I had not even ever thought about it watching the movie. Was he's an associate professor up for tenure?
It makes no sense.
So funny.
The only reason that I know that is because there was a professor in college who was getting tenure. Everybody hated.
Hmm.
And we're like, why the fuck is she getting tenure? She's the worst professor ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dear no.
I know what you're talking about.
You know?
I assume.
It's
We're just name dropping. We're just gonna say it. We're just gonna fucking say it.
Oh, I was not guessing. I thought it would be
Whoa.
some,
Let's expose them all.
I think we were thinking of the
What
same
else?
person.
What else do we have?
Who were you thinking
Wait,
of?
yeah.
I don't want to say.
No, we can no, I'm gonna bleep it.
That's who I thought it would. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean emotional manipulation either way.
Doesn't matter if you bleep it. If they watch it, they're gonna know we're talking about them.
Yeah.
Well, I counter you this. Why would they get that far in a Wet Hot American Summer video unless they were free?
Freaky. Did you feel like the space station subplot came out of nowhere and was a little too sudden? But
I love shit like this.
I love it. I think if it's done right, it's hilarious.
It probably would not have been done if this was made after 9/11.
Ooh.
Do we think so? Do we think that would have been a plot?
I don't know. I don't like to think about 9/11.
All right, makes one of us.
My dad was a firefighter during 9/11. He was
What state?
he was in
state?
Overland Park, Kansas, but you know, he was a firefighter.
How many skyscrapers are in Overland Park, Kansas?
Hey, just saying, if he's like Mark Wahlberg, if I was there that day, things have been a little different.
Oh my god.
Can you bleep Mark Wahlberg's name in case he thinks I'm talking about him? No, but it's such. Yeah, I love that plot line.
It's great because you don't realize that. Is it Steve? Is that the name of the guy?
Yeah, yeah, that kid.
Professor?
The
No,
The robot?
Yeah, the
the
robot.
robot.
Kid, yeah.
The
Okay.
robot kid
There's a counselor who believes he is a no. There's a counselor. There's a camper who believes he is a robot named Steve.
Mm-hmm. Let's not talk to humanzoids.
And
And
he holds
he's-
that chicken at one point. He's going.
Okay,
That's so funny.
chicken gun walked, so chicken jockey could run.
Did this movie invent Fortnite?
What?
Elaborate.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. For sure.
I refuse.
I think I get.
You can't trap me into that.
I think I get it.
Thank you, bus driver.
Oh.
Oh,
And that's speaking of bus drivers, that's another really funny part of the movie is the
baseball scene.
baseball scene.
Oh,
We
yeah.
assembled a ragtag group of kids, and nobody thought that we'd get it done, and here we are in the championship.
And maybe we won't get all the points at the beginning, but by the end, you can pull some sort of maneuver.
Yeah, we'll pull some sort of trick play out of our book, and we'll win by just a hair. And the girl's like, seems all really played out.
Yeah, I think
I feel
none
like it's
of
been
us
done
wanna do
before.
that.
Is that how we're all feeling?
Well, I can go talk to them.
Will, your first time seeing the movie, did
Yes.
you have a moment that you think it wasn't funny? A bit that you didn't agree with, a joke you just didn't understand?
Yeah.
I think I was really just enraptured in the whole thing.
Sure.
And there was nothing that I didn't particularly find unfunny,
Mm-hmm.
where I was like, oh, that doesn't land.
Sure.
But I was struck by how I've heard about the queer representation in this film, and I know that
Oh.
Bradley Cooper does play a gay character.
Knew he was
And
going
I-
to bring it up.
Oh, oh my god! Oh god! Here he goes talking about his own kind.
How
his
many
own kind
movies?
again.
God.
Can we make gay?
But I didn't expect that the only sex scene in this sex comedy
Mhm.
would be a gay sex scene, and that it would not be played for laughs. It was a genuine, heartfelt moment of like love, and that there's a gay wedding in this.
Yeah.
And I think that the fact that that is so that it was so like responsible and really and that nothing was played for laughs about their homosexuality
Yeah.
Right.
was like really cool to see, because I was expecting F slurs here and there, and there are some F slurs.
Mhm.
I wrote, "Oh, there's the F slur that
Say
I
it.
was waiting for."
Say it. It's
No,
your pod.
I'm not gonna say it on
It's
my
your
the
pod.
pod. Oh, there's the F bomb. But but it's only to throw the audience off
loop.
the scent,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Because then you get the incredible, which is my favorite. I think it's my favorite joke in the entire film.
The
The
yeah, when they're in the dining hall.
McKinley and Ben,
Yeah, it's hilarious.
we got something for you.
This is for
This
you.
is for you. And you just think they're gonna do like despicable
Water
stuff.
balloons or
and that like that would be like the dramatic like point of the film where things kind of go to shit because like,
Yeah.
oh, they're gays at this camp
Yeah.
now.
Or not even dramatic, but it's the part of a 2001 comedy where, all right, here's where we make fun of gay people
Yep.
now.
Because it's in every single comedy for the era.
Uh-huh.
I just love the scene where we realize that McKinley is like going to the shed to go hook up with Bradley Cooper, but the entire time the bros are like, we should set him up with somebody. How about Debbie? No, not Debbie.
She's
But
too
how
stinky.
about
How about Debbie?
Debbie?
Yeah, Debbie.
Yes.
I don't
They're
know.
all Debbie.
Yeah.
But yeah, just when they're in the dining hall and it's, this is for you. It's a faux che lounge. We weren't sure if you had one already. We don't.
And there's the giant crate and barrel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
logo on the side.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. So,
And it's heartwarming too. Like
It
it
is.
has this ability to be hilarious and off guard. It catches you off guard, but then you still think like, man, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Something that no movie was doing, which honestly, probably why reception wise, it was not very well perceived back then, is because it was doing so many things.
Yeah.
Off book, like or not to the norm of what a comedy was back then.
It was very ahead of its time for sure.
Yeah.
Were you aware of how ahead of its time it was whenever you first saw this film?
No, I didn't think about stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was 15.
I was like 16 years old, and I just thought honestly, I mean, but that was forever. I mean, that was always one of my favorite jokes.
Totally.
Because it plays so well. There's a comedy quote where it's like, the art of comedy is getting away with it. And you think, like, they say the F slur, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to have a problem with that. And totally fair. It's a sensitive word, and they're saying it in a gross way. But doing that, like, sets up this joke that you think is going to go one way, and it goes and it doesn't, and it goes the complete other way. And I think that's one of those examples of, like, a lot of people are going to see that as, like, yeah, they're saying something like kind of offensive and not great, but they're getting away with it because it's such a crafted joke. It's not shock value. It's not, let's just say the word because we think it's funny. It's like, it's going to play a direct part in the plot that we're doing right now.
Totally. And that goes into what you were saying about how this film probably is not improvised a lot, right? In that discussion, because these jokes are so meticulously set up, they're really genius. There's like no room for improv. There's only room for like physical improv.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to deliver this physically?
How am I gonna run in this scene?
Totally.
Yeah. Every character runs so funny.
We hit a lot of the main characters. I want to move to Molly Shannon and her bit role, but also kind of talk a little bit about the kids in this film too, because by God, these are some of the funniest looking kids I've ever seen on film ever.
That's right. Will is calling children funny looking.
Funny
They are
looking.
funny looking kids.
You gonna disagree?
Well,
Yeah. What?
Gail, listen to me, Gail. I need you to tell me you're over him or whatever it is. he
Gail,
said.
I want you to look at me and say, okay. Just this kid's the most well-spoken. Yeah, Gail's going through a divorce. She can't handle the pain and the loss of all that. Her freaking out about like the crayon situation is, and that's a good example of the best way to do comedy is just playing it so straight, not playing it for a joke. She's genuinely like seems like she's a grieving woman who is missing her ex-husband.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what to do. And then the kid, great performance by that kid to like be her therapist in this arts and crafts class.
And then it leads to another joke at the end end up getting together, but
Yeah. Excuse the Yiddish, but
Cool with that? Yeah.
I just love the bit where the kid's like, "Excuse my Yiddish, but Ron's a schmuck."
Yeah. I don't mean to put down my own gender, but boys tend to be schmucks.
Yeah, there's some great kid reactions in this film.
I think we said it when we were watching it. It's just so funny to hear like all these like characters saying most insane shit. The scene where the chef is in the dining hall and he's confessing. He's like, "Yeah, I got dick cream and I like to smear mud on my ass and
I
fondle my
fondle
sweaters." And as he's saying it, it just keeps cutting to children like like sitting in there just like horrified look on their faces.
But then when he starts humping the fridge,
They're all cheering.
they're all cheering for him.
Good for him.
Who's your favorite character in Wet Hot American Summer?
Man.
1, 2, 3, go.
Do you have one?
I love
Sorry, I was just while he was thinking.
Don't you ever put me on the spot.
I think I gotta go Victor. I think Victor is so funny. I think his delivery of like, she wants to fuck me. And the fact that he's a virgin, he's a loser. The whole motorcycle chase scene. I think the motorcycle chase scene, saving the kids over the rapids, and my favorite bit in the movie, which is when he's driving the van after he leaves the kids and he's singing, "I'm so in love with you, honey." And then he just, oh shit! He crashes the car out of nowhere.
Yeah, where'd that tree come from?
Where that tree? Yeah, he just swerved off the road. I love Victor. What about you guys?
My instinct was gonna say be to say Gene, just because I do like view him as like the mascot of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Paul Rudd, the way that they save him, he's not in it a lot. But every time he shows up, I think he's like the funniest dude in the whole movie.
That's just Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I would have to say JJ.
JJ's
His
great.
delivery of these lines are
Yeah.
so funny, and it's weird because I don't think I've heard of this comedian actor before this film, and he's from Illinois.
There we go. What was your favorite JJ line that he said? I love the talent show when Steve's on, the awkward guy, and it's his brother too.
It
Like-
is.
Yeah, they say that when you first see Steve and it's McKinley and JJ. JJ tries to talk to him and then Steve runs away and then McKinley goes, "Your brother's so weird, dude."
Oh my god.
Yeah. But he says it to his own brother. McKinley's like, "Do something." And then JJ goes, "Or get the fuck off the stage." To his own brother.
The one person we did not mention yet, Amy Poehler.
You gotta save the best for last.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Her and Bradley.
because unfortunately we did all go to school for theater, and I
Yes.
think we have a little bit of Amy Poehler in each of us.
We
We're-
all know every BFA program had an Amy Poehler.
Will was ours.
I do agree. I probably
Probably was.
Have we ever seen Amy Poehler in like in a dramatic role?
Dramatic.
Have you seen Inside Out?
You're right.
Yeah.
I guess
But
that
like,
counts.
but
Inside
like,
Out will make you cry.
it does count, but also at the same time, animation, like you disassociate the actor. I mean, she's like Paul Rudd. Any scene she's in is just attention goes straight to her.
Well, she's like kind of underrated at this point. And I think it's just because Parks and Rec, like that was what I feel like was the peak when like everybody had a sticker of Amy Poehler on their water bottle.
Yeah. No.
No.
My turn.
Okay, wait, real quick.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna read out who performed at the talent show, and I want you guys to tell me who you actually think the winner should have been.
Who we
Yes.
vote to win? This is good.
So we got a broom balancer.
It's phenomenal.
A little kid balances a broom on his hand. It's pretty cool.
They called him the master of it too. They're like the master of the broom balance. 2
Uh,
And
seconds.
he goes out there and he goes,
We have a trio of friends singing. It wasn't very original.
no, and that's quintessential like amp. Like those girls hate each other.
Yeah,
now.
they were like, we're
Yeah.
just
They grew up to
three
hate each
best
other.
friends. We have the Def Jam comic, who's just like this
Oh.
little boy who's like, listen, man,
When the
white people be like,
yeah, sure, buddy.
And then
I do that. I do that.
Yeah, Amy Poehler's like, it's true. It's true.
and then McKinley goes, I hate people.
We have the fart flamethrower where the kid goes out there and just farts in front of a lighter.
Moose. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We have a rendition of Day by Day, which is the little theater troupe that Amy Poehler built.
Everybody dancing
Everybody
to that and
booms.
clapping and smiling, and only for it to end, and then they boo him. So funny.
And then, is it the robot after that, or was there anybody I missed?
I think that's it.
Is there anything else?
I went
No,
to
I
the
think-
bathroom.
I think
during
that's
that
it.
part, candidly. Who do you think wins that talent show? And why is it the Def Jam comic?
Well, you just said it.
These motherfuckers.
These motherfuckers. He brings everyone in that auditorium together.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he does. And you know why? Because there's not a single person of color at that camp.
Yeah, I don't think there was. Is there a single person of color in this movie?
What's going on, Wet Hot American Summer?
Do better.
Do better.
Wet hot, more like white hot American summer.
Wow.
Wonder if that was the original title.
Where's my diversity?
Wow.
Hey, I got a question. Where's the people of color on the pod?
Ooh.
Don't worry.
She'll be here soon.
She'll be here in a second.
I think for the talent show, I would vote for. Realistically, it's got to be Steve.
Yeah.
Dude made Wind.
You think
It's
they got it
true.
right? Because I feel like he did win.
Yeah, he would definitely won.
He did win.
Yeah.
Did they give out an award at the end?
Mm-mm.
No.
Not for the talent show.
Okay. It was just a show. It wasn't a contest.
Oh, it was just a show.
That's so fucking-
All for show.
Cameron. I love sluts. Sluts rock. It's just, it's just got to be the right slut,
The right slut. Mm-hmm. You have a follow-up question?
No, that was it. That was it. I read that quote and I was like, I need to get that in there
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Just gotta be the right slut. Love sluts.
I have a question, Cameron.
Yeah.
What would your double feature be with Wet Hot American Summer?
I think I've got two things come to mind, and it sort of depends on what direction you want to go with it after. If you want to watch another comedy, I think a good one, since it's another comedy in like a very similar era of time, if you put on The Nice Guys afterwards, I feel like would be a good compliment. It's still funny, it's still a little absurd, but then it's got that nice like action sequence with it and everything. But I probably would want to go like American Hustle.
Oh. Oh, because you want to see how far Bradley Cooper came?
Yeah, because then you get Bradley Cooper too.
Yeah.
You get still a timepiece, still a different era. This is what American Hustle in like the 70s.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So you get to see the evolution of Bradley Cooper. You stay in the same like sort of era.
I was thinking
It's
about
a
that
fun movie.
earlier. I was like, what's the craziest Paul Rudd movie I can say?
Crazy's Paul Rudd.
Man and the Wasp.
What's the one where he's the caregiver?
What?
He's the caregiver to the kid in the wheelchair.
Ghostbusters?
No. No.
Afterlife? Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Does no one know what movie I'm talking about?
Are you talking about that movie
Timothy
with...
Green?
No, it's Paul Rudd and he's a caregiver for this kid in a wheelchair and he's taking him on this cross country. It's funny.
Oh, wait. Is he like a college professor?
Sure.
Wait,
Yeah.
Role Models?
Role models?
Role models.
Is that the name of the movie?
No.
The fundamentals of caring.
Fundamentals of Caring. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
hmm
Oh,
The Fundamentals of Caring would actually be a good one too as a double feature.
you know what? I didn't actually think of this, but Will has a list of like Paul Rudd movies pulled up. I think my double feature would be This Is the End, the Seth Rogen movie.
Oh, good one.
Just because you get like the same like a stacked list of like comedic actors.
True.
And it's like super absurd.
I think mine would be Bottoms.
Bottoms.
Bottoms?
Oh,
Because then you get the inverse almost of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get your lesbians.
Yeah.
You get Io Debris, Rachel Sennett. Love them.
and Marshawn Lynch.
And it also, yeah.
Marshawn Lynch is in that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it-
he's like the third main character of Bottoms.
And it completely jumps the shark at the end,
Yeah.
just like how this film almost does it a few times. But it doesn't go that far.
Yeah.
The way that we say it. One thing that we forgot to do: does this movie pass the Bechdel test, Cameron?
There's a girl. Have a conversation
With another girl.
with another girl.
Reminder: there
Let's
are
think.
It's not about a
three
man.
levels. The Bechdel test.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I don't think this passes.
I doubt it.
It has to have at least 2 named women in it.
Mm-hmm.
2. They have to talk to each other.
Yeah.
3.
It can't be about a man.
Cannot be about a man.
Hey, can you go to if you're going into town? Can you pick something up for me? I need lube.
She's talking about
for
her
my
husband.
pussy.
She says my husband's coming into town.
That's true. She does say that.
And it's not the library. You can't say if I were to get a book on astrophysics, where would I go? Because she's wanting to get a book because she wants to impress the professor.
Yeah, and she talks about getting a makeover.
I feel like there's gotta be one.
There is one.
There's one
Hand.
conversation.
Can you give one of the characters? Who is it?
Gail.
Gail. Who does Gail talk to other than the kid?
Whoa, Beth.
No, it's one of the kids.
Oh, you need to be helpful because she.
Oh my
she offers the
God, is that
markers.
it? When the kid's like, well, why would we color with a crayon? We only have one and it's brown. There's literally hundreds of colored
It's like,
markers.
Susie, I need you to be helpful.
Oh my God, that's the only time in the whole movie.
So Wet Hot American Summer technically does pass the Bechdel test because of that one conversation.
Wow.
Yep.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. There's
It
no
just
way they did that on
squeezed
purpose,
on
but
by.
Yeah.
I like to think they did that on purpose, but there's no way.
Yeah.
No.
We talked about the reverse Bechdel test on Clueless. What was that?
The reverse Bechdel test is all the same questions, but it's about men. Are there two men in the movie with named? And it's like
Yes.
the joke we had was the goal
Yeah.
is to fail the reverse Bechdel test and pass the Bechdel
Mhm.
test.
Oh, to where like there's a movie where there's
Yes.
never a
Because
conversation
we were
with
watching
with two men.
Clueless, and it
Yes.
was very
Yeah.
hard in Clueless to find a conversation with two men talk about anything other than
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that happens a lot in this movie.
Is there a needle drop that you wish was in this film?
The trouble, the problem with this question with this movie is that it's not a soundtrack focused movie.
It isn't, but the two needle drops that are in it
Oh.
are
Yeah.
pretty great.
I think. Oh, we talked about it. I
Yeah,
think
what
I
would
would just
you-
change the musical number.
What
I would
you
take
change it
out
to?
Godspell, and I'm trying to think of
I have
like
an idea.
what.
Summer Nights by Grease or from Grease.
Ooh, a
that's a
Grease
good one.
would be
Yeah.
really good.
That'd be really good. But
Or they do like Sound of Music when the Nazis are coming.
Oh my
That
god!
would
But
be
they would like with
funny.
like costumes that are like really extravagant.
Yeah.
or they do something completely like that they should never do, like Cabaret. You know,
Oh,
What was the boat one?
Showboat.
Maybe
Showboat.
this time
Yes.
I'll be ready.
Cameron, thanks so much for sharing Wet Hot
Yeah.
American Summer with us.
I really hope you liked it. No, well, I know it was your first time. One last question: how does this rank in terms of like? I know it's recency bias, obviously, is tough and stuff, but
like my favorite comedies of all time.
yeah, or just like, is it up there?
Oh, it 100% is up there.
It's up there.
It's 100% up there, and that's why I think like Bottoms is one of my favorite comedies ever made. And it like from the moment I saw it, I was like, this is like peak comedy.
Mhm.
And this reminded me so much of like you can definitely see where all the influences that this had on Bottoms, and so I love this. And it also talking about like Tim Robinson and his type of humor and
Yeah.
just how another Paul Rudd film, Friendship, you know, this is just hits on all levels. Yeah,
That could be another good movie to pair it with.
Friendship.
Run Friendship on afterwards.
Yeah.
That might just be too much stupidity for
Too much stupid.
3 hours.
Friendship is scary.
It does get scary.
Have you been watching The Chair Company?
Yeah.
I need to.
Very good. Very fun.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having me,
it.
guys. Absolutely. I
We'll
love
be-
movies and I love my friends.
I love movies. I love my friends. That's a great line. We should steal that. I love
No,
movies.
no.
I love my friends.
Wait.
We'll be back with another episode of Reel It In Fishing for Favorites. Weeks. Thank you guys.